Hi, I'm Gavin Shaw, and I'm talking about Bitcoin and the blockchain and the potential and challenges of decentralized technology. So, what is Bitcoin and what is the blockchain? So, Bitcoin can be defined as a digital currency, like a cryptocurrency, also known as that. It makes it a little bit more simple without needing a bank or a middleman, and you can be just independent with it. And that blockchain is just referred to as a shared, unchangeable record used to log transactions and track assets within a business network. So some key terms and definitions are blockchain, which is decentralized ledger of transactions; cryptocurrency, digital virtual currency secured by cryptography; mining, the process of validating, adding transactions to the blockchain; consensus algorithms, mechanisms ensuring agreement on the state of the blockchain; decentralization, which is distribution of data and control across multiple nodes. So how does Bitcoin work? So we can look at the start of it with the blockchain structure, which is operates on the blockchain, which is the shared unchangeable ledger that we talked about earlier. And then it uses a decentralized network to validate transactions without relying on a central authority like banks do. So the next we have the mining process, which is where I would say it can be considered to start at, but it's a process of verifying and adding transactions to the blockchain, and miners solve the mathematical problems to secure it and are rewarded with new bitcoins. But usually nowadays, with how many there are, most miners don't get rewarded with like a full bitcoin. It is fragments, especially with how much they are worth now. It wouldn't be too easily to be able to do it yourself. So some peer-to-peer transactions too. So transactions happen directly between users, removing the need for intermediaries. This makes Bitcoin fast and transparent and secure. So the current use of Bitcoin. So we have digital payments, which is enables fast and secure online payments without intermediaries. Remittances, which is sending monies, like if you get paid, or if someone is working in America but is sending money back at home. So it makes it cheaper, less fees, and sometimes even much faster. Then we have investment and store value. People use it as a hedge against inflation because it will rise with inflation because it isn't just the dollar value. Institutional adoption, which is like Tesla and PayPal accept Bitcoin for transactions, and there's many more. I'm sure you even see like Bitcoin vending machines at malls and stuff nowadays. So legal adoption, El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender, which shows its potential in national economies, but I don't think it will be used mainly because of the volatility of it, where it can just fluctuate real fast and people could lose half their money in a few days. So issues and challenges, we have scalability, which is Bitcoin can only process around 7 transactions per second, which isn't great, especially even when there's like other cryptocurrencies like Solana, which I believe can do several thousands a second. Then there's energy consumption. The Bitcoin mining process is highly energy intensive and uses more than a lot of countries even do, as you can see in the side. If you look at it, it uses more than Norway, Bangladesh, Switzerland, Google, and well, Google's not a country, but so on. There's even more countries. I believe it's over 100. And then volatility. So Bitcoin's price fluctuates widely, which what I talked about earlier. So it doesn't make it very stable. Regulatory concerns. Governments are still figuring out how to regulate Bitcoin, and it's still going on in America too, which leads to price fluctuation also. Some security risks. The blockchain is secure. You just face risks like hacking, and once your wallet's hacked, or like whatever wallet you're using, if it is taken, there is not really an undoing of that, and your money is gone. So approaches to address issues. Lightning Network, which is a two-layer solution that processes transactions off-chain for faster, cheaper payments. Renewable energy for mining, shift towards green energy sources to reduce Bitcoin mining carbon footprint. Stablecoin integration, which is pairing Bitcoin with stablecoins to stabilize transactions. And a stablecoin's kind of like something that stays pretty similar to the dollar. It might fluctuate a minuscule amount, but it will stay close to the dollar amount. Enhanced regulatory frameworks, which are governments are working on frameworks to regulate Bitcoin, which frameworks are like kind of like rules that they go by, and they're fostering innovation. Improve security protocols, use of multi-signature wallets, and cold storage to protect funds. So instead of like just logging in with like a normal password, you might have to get through multi like verification processes, lots of things just to make it safer for you, and at the end of the day, it's better for you. limitations of current approaches. So the Lightning Network option that we talked about, it's limited due to technical complexity and lack of understanding. Then the renewable energy, it's while it will reduce it, it's not enough to offset the energy demand because, as we saw earlier, it uses more than even some countries use in mining every year. So stablecoin integration, it can mitigate volatility, but still relies on centralized stablecoin users or issuers, which contradicts Bitcoin's decentralized ethos, which is like their morals almost. Some regulatory frameworks, the rules that we're talking about, they can vary across countries, which will be kind of hard if some countries have more strict rules and some have very lenient rules. So it'd have to be like more of a group consensus, which I'm sure isn't the easiest thing to do. Then enhance the security protocols. The multi-signature wallets and cold storage would improve it, but might make it harder for new people to use wallets, and which could stray them away from wanting to use cryptocurrency like this. So remaining problems and suggested solutions. So even with the Lightning Network, adoption remains slow, and the Bitcoin network struggles to support global scale usage. But we can research and implement alternative consensus mechanisms. So then number two, we have transitioning entirely to renewable energy is costly and logistically challenging. So we can develop blockchain systems that require less computational power, which will make it less energy demanding. So then we have number three, countries have vastly different laws, creating confusion for users and businesses. So we can advocate for international regulatory collaboration to establish unified frameworks, which is a lot easier said than done, I still believe. And then four is advanced security features like multi-signature wallets are challenging for the average user. So we can create more user-friendly wallet designs and integrate secure but simple authentication methods. So people will still want to use it, even though you might have to take a few more steps to understand that it's for the greater cause. Bitcoin remains highly volatile, making it impractical for everyday use. Explore decentralized methods to stabilize cryptocurrency value. So we can just make it where it doesn't bounce around. Like in this past year, the low has been like about 24,000, I believe, and now it's at a high of 99,000. So it can be scary. People can lose a lot of money, but people can also gain a lot of money. So it might not be used for the best, just normal currency. So future research directions is industry-wide scalability solutions. Develop chain architects that support millions of transactions per second for global adoption, which is better than Solana, like I talked about earlier, which will take some time, of course, because of we just don't have that technology yet to figure that out. Then we have advancing energy efficiency, explore low energy blockchain technologies or integrate AI for smarter energy consumption. So using the own technology to make the technology better. Then enhancing user accessibility, which is simplify wallet designs and create easy to use tools for non-technical users. And then applications of blockchain are you can apply blockchain technology to healthcare, supply chains, and voting systems. So we can just make everything run like the blockchain and track it all in one background and make it more of a safe and like known thing throughout the companies that are running it. And then so the conclusion is Bitcoin uses blockchain to enable secure direct transactions without banks. It faces challenges like slow processing, high energy use, and legal issues. But future solutions aim to improve speed, energy efficiency, and global rules. So, in my beliefs, I think that Bitcoin is just starting and definitely has a long way to go. And a lot of people have different opinions on it, but I think it will be used a lot more internationally in the future. I don't know how long that'll be, but I could see it happening.